All right, I'm back at the creek, and today I'm going to try something a little bit different and do some production panning. So the Garrett Super Sluice is considered a production pan, and you could actually move quite a bit of material with it. So we're going to give that a shot and leave the sluice box put away. So if you're thinking about getting into the gold prospecting hobby, it doesn't have to be an expensive one, although it can. But these items you see behind me right here, a shovel, a pan, a classifier, and a snuffer bottle is really all that you need. So the Super Sluice is a pretty big pan, and it actually, when you fill this thing up full, it holds about a gallon. You know, if I fill that up with water and then pour it into a 5-gallon bucket, the 5-gallon bucket is full to the brim. So if I do 10 of those, that's equivalent of about 2 full buckets of material. So I already know there's a nice deposit of flour gold right here on this little gravel bar, but I did a test pan just to make sure, and you know, I didn't even roll it all the way back. I just, you know, wanted to make sure that there was still gold here, and there's several colors mixed throughout, but I didn't pan it too carefully. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and work this area. You can see how much black sand there is. This area is full of black sand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this in the pan. Then I'm gonna fill up the pan again, pan it down to the black sand, rinse and repeat. All right, so that's about as far down as I'm gonna pan it each time. Throw the classifier back on and fill it back up. So that's a full pan right there, and that's about 3 generous shovelfuls. Yeah, we're still on the gold, as you can see. I'm timing myself. I paused the timer because the whole point of this is to process as much material as quick as possible. So I'm not going to roll it back every single time. That defeats the whole purpose. But man, that's looking pretty good right there after 3 pans. Let's keep going. All right, so we're working at a pace of about 10 pans per hour. So that's pretty good. I call that production speed, but let me show you what I got in those 10 pans on this little flour gold deposit. I mean, we're dealing with a ridiculous amount of pretty fine black sand, but just a real quick look. Look at all that flour gold in 10 pans. I'm telling you, this is a rich spot right here. Look how many specks are in those 10 pans. It's loaded, and it's all through here too. This is going to take a long time to clean up, I'll tell you that. That's pretty insane. I mean, this is definitely one of the richest deposits that I've ever worked. I mean, it's flour gold, but it definitely adds up. And wow, I mean, this is fantastic. Instead of panning through those cons 10 times to try to get all the gold out, I figured I'd stop by the Croissant mine and see if there's anything they can do to help me out. So I just picked this up at the Croissant gold mine, and I picked that up by making withdrawal from my Patreon account, and my patrons helped me to get this new piece of equipment. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's see how this thing works. It's got bubbles, but I think I got most of the bubbles out of the water flow. I guess just scoop it on, huh? And see what happens. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll just keep scooping. I guess one little scoop at a time. Can't really tell if there's black sand in the riffle or not. Yeah, okay. I see it dancing around in there. See if we'll be able to see the gold showing up or not. Yeah, I got my little pan down there to catch my tailings. I don't know if I'm using this thing right or not. Guess we'll find out when I'm done. think it's running a little better right now, even though it's running slower. But I mean, wow, you can see gold all throughout up there, and I've only put on like 3 scoops. Now this pump's acting kind of funny, but man, look at all that gold. I only ran 10 pans. All right, so I got all that material run. One thing, check out the lead BB. Look how far it went down the sluice. But look up here. There's just gold all throughout up here. But most of it's up there at the top for sure. Well, I shut off the water and everything disappeared under the black sand for the most part. But yeah, we're gonna pan through the tailings as well. See what that looks like, but first let's clean this up. See what we got. And here's how much was left in the tailings. Quite a bit. So that thing really stripped out a lot of material. Hopefully there's not much gold left in there, but you can always run it again. Well, I did 10 pans in an hour. I came up with that pile of gold from 10 pans. That's pretty good, if you ask me. I mean, that's some rich ground. Still haven't gone back through my tailings. I'm probably going to run those again. Okay, so after the second run, went through my tailings. I didn't get very many colors. I didn't really see any micro specks. So I think I caught all the micro specks in the first run, and then only caught a handful of slightly larger specks. Maybe these are like more round. I don't know. But that wasn't too bad for a loss. Alright, there it is. There's how much gold that I panned in an hour. I mean, that is not too bad. Here, I'll go ahead and set that there for a little size reference. But for 1 hour, just panning, that's pretty good. Make sure there's no gold stuck to my Clash guitar pick. There probably is. Oh well. Let me dry this up and weigh it up and show you what I got. And here's what it looks like all cleaned up. Ten pans. Wow. Alright, let's weigh it up. .08 in 10 pans. 1 hour of panning. That's pretty good. All right, what's that put us at for the year? Take off the empty one. 3.64 grams of gold in 2022. 0.08 grams in 1 hour with just a pan and a shovel. That's pretty impressive. That's some of the richest ground that I have ever mined. So, wow, I can't wait to get out there when I have more time and spend a whole day out there. I just might break my record. But once again, I'd like to thank my patrons. You know, that cleanup sluice that I got was $82, and every single cent of it was paid with my Patreon revenue, and so I really appreciate that. If you guys want to help, go to patreon.com/rookiegoldprospector, and I might be able to get some more cool equipment like that and pay for some gas, and I'd really appreciate that. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button. Maybe share the video, and definitely subscribe if you haven't already done that. And I'll see you next time.